Hey, you guys, how's things? So I thought it would be fun to just, kind of hang out with you guys for a little bit and show you what I've been working with these journals. I don't know what happened in my head, but for some reason I sort of stopped doing this with my journals, and I kind of wanted to get back to my old school sort of style, where I was actually, doing some more kind of embellishing and stuff in my journals that I offer for sale, rather than just putting a bunch of stuff in an envelope and saying, okay, do it yourself. So even though I think that's fun too. So let me just kind of give you an idea of what I've got on my desk. So it's pretty crazy, actually. Uh, so I saved a bunch of the little corners that I cut off of envelopes in these. Well, that one I didn't, but so a lot of these, see, I cut the corner off of the envelope. So I saved that little corner piece. Well, not every one of them, but a lot of them. And so I want to put these back in the journals in different ways on the corners. So in front of me, I've got just a little pile. And this is like, I have to say, this is one of my favorite things to do. If I don't have too many journals to work on, like right now I'm doing 17, which I know that sounds like a ton, but for me, that's not as many as I often work on. Anyway, but I just sort of wanted to go all out on these because I think they're special, and I don't know when I'll be doing this again. So anyway, plus I have all this stuff that I want to use. Anyway, so I've got this little pile of just milk caps, all these old like vintage milk caps that I thought would be cool to use for little tuck spots. I've got a pile of postage stamps, all just like old postage stamps. And then I've got some of the Tim Holtz little ephemera pieces from a couple different collections. These are the kind of thicker ones, but these are great to use just as tuck spots. Just staple them in a couple places on pages. And then some of these are the newer ones that they put out. They're thinner and they're really nice. I like them. Actually like those better than these. And then I've got a bunch of labels that I want to add into different places. What else? Some more. There's some bunch of the little tiny Tim Holtz ephemera pieces in here. I put a lot of the tiny ones in here. I've got some old photos that I've cut up into, cut apart, printed out tons of them and cut them apart. So there's a few of the, the Tim Holtz ones in here, but a lot of these are actually photos from my collection that I've printed. It's my grandpa. It's a cute little picture. It's one of my favorite. Not my grandpa, my dad. It's actually my dad out on their farm, and it's in the snow, and it's really cool because he's just standing there with his little lunchbox, and anyway. And then I've got this box, which is kind of like where I just toss all my little tiny stuff. Back when I used to actually make clusters, this was I used to have all this stuff sort of sorted out into these little trays and stuff, and people really loved that. I would get lots of comments on, where'd you get that little tray and stuff. Eventually, I just tossed it all into this tray. So this is just tons of little pieces of ephemera. This is a little French dictionary. I think it's a French dictionary. I've had these pages. These came out of like an address book. I've had these for a long time, and I've never used them, but I don't know. I just thought these were really cool. These little pieces that it's where you would put the name and an address, and then they tuck into those holes. Anyway, so I'm just taking them all out, tossing them in my tray of little bits to use for clusters or for this purpose. And also this, I dig into this a lot when I'm collaging and decorating like tags and envelopes and things like that. So, but somebody took a lot of time putting all of these in there, and I feel bad taking them out now. But anyway, so those little guys just kind of go in here. Just lots of stuff in there. This is another tray. These are all the Tim Holtz things too. Little, I forget what the name of that collection is, but I bought a couple of them. And then I've also got a couple of my sticker books. So these are this is the Antiquarian sticker book. I actually bought 2 of these a long time ago. And so I thought this would be a good opportunity to use some of these stickers. So I've got this book. I actually took out a lot of, I think all of the pages that were the like monograms. So in this bag is all the monogram stickers from that book. So I don't know. I was thinking it would be kind of cool if I added some of your, like if you buy one of these journals, I would add in some of your initials from that collection, if I can remember to do it. Anyway, these are just some more pages out of that book. And then I also picked up this one off of Amazon. This one I actually like a lot better. The Botanist sticker anthology. And it's just all, you know, plants and flowers and bugs and stuff like that. So the other one has more different types of imagery, but this one is all, isn't this yummy? I love this book. I'll put the link to both of them in the description on this video. And if you guys know of any other books like this, like sticker books like this, I would love to see them. And this one's neat because it has these full pages that are also sticker. So anyway, so I want to use some of this stuff. I've never used any of this book. So anyway, so I want to try to use up some of these stickers too. So basically what I do, and this gives me an opportunity to go through my journals a few times. Like I actually will go through each one a minimum of like 3 times, doing whatever I'm doing. So this one, the cover started kind of breaking apart. So I just used some of this fabric washi. It's actually book tape though, so it's really strong book tape. Again, this is the Tim Holtz stuff. There's some stuff he makes that I really love, and then there's some stuff that I just don't understand. But anyway, but this tape is super, super strong, and I really like it. So, and I trust it, you know. Since I had such a thin little piece right here, I did actually add some glue under it. And I don't know, I just think it looks kind of cool on there. So added another piece on the inside. So I did actually add glue underneath these also, just for added, you know, strength. But anyway, so I always like to put at least some kind of pocket in the front of my journals, and then I always add one in the back too. So I'd like to just, you know, add a little something, probably just a little label. Normally I'll add a label onto my pockets. These are the like actual Denison labels, and they still have the sticky stuff on them, but I don't know how much I trust that, so I just glue them on. Go through tons of baby wipes doing this, but so I don't know, I just think this is super fun. And like I said, it gives me an opportunity to go through the journals a couple of times and zhuzh them up, as Wendy would say. So I don't add, you know, I don't add something to every single page, but But I do like to kind of give a little bit of interest here and there. So since I have this white page here, I would like to add a sticker on there because these are basically white backgrounds. It's kind of like an off-white, but you won't see the outline so much as you would like if I put this onto a piece of brown paper or something. Anyway, so the background sort of disappears, you know. Love those stickers. When I was a kid, I'm sure a lot of you guys were into them too. I loved stickers. Like I just, you know, I had this gigantic sticker collection. So, and then remember the scratch and sniff stickers? Yeah. I remember when our teacher, like in grade school, would give us a sticker. It was always special if it was a scratch and sniff. Anyway, this is a roll of Tupperware labels that I acquired somehow, somewhere. I think someone sent them to me in Happy Mail. So like I said, I mean, I don't, you know, embellish every single page, but where I've got white space, I have been trying, I've been trying to add one of these little stickers, even if it's just a little butterfly or something, you know, just for fun, just wherever. And this this way I can see if there's anything I need to fix too. You know, like if there's a torn page or something that I want to add some washi to. I'm also adding some extra pockets on some of the pages. I'm using the ATG gun for those. Such good glue, and such good glue. It's really strong. So I trust just 2 pieces, one on each side. And then of course I've got to add something to the envelope. Usually it's a label. So I've got a whole bunch of labels that I just stamped onto different types of paper, and then I just cut them apart rather than actually fussy cutting each and every one. I just have a whole bunch that are all stamped out, and then I can just glue them on. Cut them out real quick. I mean, sometimes I'll sit and just cut out tons of labels, but usually that's what I do. So I've got like a whole, you know, tray full of labels that need to be cut out. So kind of press that down with the wipe, get any excess glue off so that these pages don't stick together. And it's just fun. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's just relaxing, and I get to use up a whole bunch of this stuff, you know. So sometimes I like to have things kind of stick off, kind of extend past the page, using my little tiny attacher. I missed it right there. Hold on. There we go. And then that can be used as just a little tuck spot on the page. Have to make sure that it doesn't stick out past the cover, though. That's one thing. So this looks like a good spot for a postage stamp on this little envelope. Just kind of make sure it's pretty much dry. I don't think it'll stick. Keep going. This looks like a good place for a sticker. I'd like to add something on that side. Let's do, there's all these little, this book has a bunch of different like labels in it, like different kind of like book plates and stuff, or frames, you know. See if I can find one. See what I mean? How this one has lots of different things in it, which is totally cool. See, like these kinds of, those are all a little bit too big. Some Halloween-y type of stuff in here. I was actually thinking about doing some Halloween journals. Oh my gosh. Can't believe I can't find one of these now. Here's a good one. Let's use one of these. And this book, the pages have different color backgrounds too, which is kind of nice. If you have like, you know, if I had paper that was that color, it would be better. But anyway, just add a little frame on there. See, it's fun. It's just fun. I get to use up a bunch of my little goodies, you know. Let's take a little, this is just a little tiny tag. I'm going to put it, so I leave the, when I use envelopes that have a straight edge on the flap like this, I think those are invitation envelopes or something. I like to leave that open on this in the center, so I just glue it shut. So this is the center of the signature. So you know, it's tied inside the envelope. So then I go back and I seal the envelopes up, and it hides the knot. Not that the knot is a bad thing. It's just, you know, anyway, it's a good place to add an envelope. And then, so on these, I just seal the top and bottom of the envelope. And then I cut this open just across part of the side and then along the top. So this will be a nice little pocket to add a tag or something like that. And then it's still closed right here on this section. So anyway, just add a little tuck spot there. Oh, more white. I don't know what it is, but I have a hard time leaving white. So this is just a little ephemera piece. Just gonna tack it on right there on the edge. It's good. I always like to add, for some, I don't know why, but I like to add labels onto envelopes because I feel like it's a good spot for someone to add something of importance. You know, whether it's some kind of, I don't know, like some kind of ephemera that a person has saved from an event, or, you know, a day out somewhere or something like that. And it's a good place, like say it's not something that they can actually glue onto a page, maybe they can tuck it into a pocket, like you know, if it's a handkerchief, or, you know, something that's not necessarily gluable. You know what I mean? So anyway, I just always think that it's nice for them to be able to label it. So that's why a lot of times I add a label onto my center envelopes and on pockets, because then also it's like gives it a purpose. You know what I mean? It kind of gives that envelope or that pocket a purpose. Like, this is where I keep my whatever, you know, or this is where I keep my postage stamps, or this is where I keep my tickets or things like that. Anyway, or you could write the date or something like that. So I will leave some white pages. I don't necessarily have to put something on every single white page. I'm also going to come back through each journal and do some stamping. I mentioned that I found some rubber stamps at the thrift store, and I'd really like to use them, as well as a bunch of my other postage stamps. So I'm going to come back through these and do some stamping and also some stencils. So I want to add something onto this little guy, and then actually I'm just going to put that's too big. Just add something on here. Don't want to lose my place in the book. So I'm just going to glue this little guy right on the edge there. Maybe I'll make it off center just a little bit. Okay. Just a little something, and then on the other side, let's put a little butterfly. Okay, and then come on. I'll just slide it on like that. And I'm not going to attach it. I'm just going to leave it like that, so it'll be movable, and you can put it wherever you want in the journal. And it won't come off. It won't come off unless you're trying to take it off. Let's do something here. How about I'll just add I'm just going to staple one of these little cards on here. So as you can see, there really isn't a theme here. It's just kind of is what it is, you know. Junky. These are junk journals, even though obviously a lot of the stuff that I'm using isn't really junk. It's pretty stuff, but random. It's a random journal. Kind of random. Just keep going. Add a label on this pocket. So, I mean, it's kind of time consuming, but it's fun. It's just a nice thing to do while I'm, watching a movie or whatever. And I just think that it's adding, it's adding something. It's adding interest. Plus, it's kind of like that way when someone gets the journal, it's more fun for them to, flip through it. And it also kind of gives people like a little bit of a prompt sometimes, or, if sometimes people have a hard time with blank pages and they get almost like writer's block, but sometimes it's easier if you give them a starting point, like a jumping off point, to actually work in their journal. I want to put something on here. Oh, let's use one of these little guys. These are, my hand's got fuzzy stuff on them, probably from the glue. I'm just going to add one of those little address things. Let's see, where should I put it? Actually, let's put it right there. And then I can just staple it on. I love the tiny attacher. I think it's great. And I love that they're tiny little staples, So they're not obtrusive. Like, sometimes, I mean, I don't always, but it is kind of nice to go back when you've added staples, to sort of go back and like flatten them down a little bit if you're concerned about people like, hurting themselves on the back of the staple. I don't always do that, but it is a thoughtful thing to do. Let's put this butterfly right here in the corner. Just going to staple him on there. One there. One there. See, that just makes a nice little tuck spot. Let's add a little mushroom. Just a little mushroom right there. And let's find a sticker. Let's find a sticker. I totally forgot that I had these sticker books. And I'll tell you, when I remembered that I had them, I was so excited. I was like, oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. Let's see which side. Well, see, it's so cool. I'm having so much fun. I don't know. I wasn't gonna film any of this, but then I thought, well, you guys might enjoy it too, just playing around with stuff and gluing things, cutting things, I am getting a little nervous about my tooth extraction day, but I'll be glad when it's done, and I think it'll be better. It'll be worth it. So just don't really know what to expect. I mean, as far as pain and how I'm going to heal. I do generally, I mean, I heal pretty fast. So, I mean, I don't think I heal slower than normal, you know. So should be okay. They say things in your mouth heal fast anyways. So it's kind of interesting, just in case any of you have ever gotten dentures. Makes me feel old saying that, but hey, I am 52. So anyway, so they're gonna pull all my teeth out, the rest of my teeth, and then actually put the dentures in place that day. So I won't have to wait, you know, I won't have to wait to have teeth. So that'll be nice. I'm just going to staple this little price tag right here. Actually, I'm going to fold this down first and then just kind of tuck it behind. And then I'm just going to add this little guy right here. Just with one staple. Anyway, so that'll be nice. At least I won't have, you know, won't have to wait a super long time. Let's put something cool on this envelope. Let's do this guy right here. And that way it'll kind of turn into a little tuck spot on its own. So when you do this, when you're just stapling in little pieces like this, it's a good idea to staple the item in just a little bit. Okay, like don't do it like right on the very edge. I mean, this is actually a little bit too close to the edge, but you want to add your staple, just, you know, in case anybody's doing this and they get frustrated, but you want to add your staple actually in maybe like 1/4 of an inch or something like that. If you want it to be able to hold on to things, you know, if you intend to use it to actually insert like a tag or a piece of paper, and you want it to hold it pretty well, because if you staple it right along the very edge, it just has a tendency to you know, flip up easier, and then you'll be like, what, that was stupid. You know what I mean? Like I used to do that, and I would staple things really close to the edge because I didn't want to have like an ugly staple like in the middle of whatever that item was. But then it wouldn't hold anything, and everything always fell out of it. And then I realized that it's because I was stapling it too close to the edge. So once I started moving it in more, then, you know, it kind of grabs better. Anyway, you guys all probably know that anyways, just saying. No, couldn't see the blue. Let's see. Let's put a little stamp. Let's put that stamp right up there. Actually, I'm going to put the stamp on the other page. I have a tendency to pay more attention to this side than this side. So I have to force myself to remember the left-hand page. So like these pages, I think would be perfect for adding like a little stamp or a stencil or something like that. Or I might even come back in and add some washi, just little bits of washi tape here and there. First of all, to use up a bunch of my washi tape, but also because I think it's cool, and I always forget about that too. Let's put this little flower on here. I'm going to fold this down too. And the reason I'm doing that is because it just adds a little bit of stability to that little pocket. It just makes it a little bit thicker and more, less likely to get torn. I did kind of cover up her face there, but I'm going to add a pocket, another pocket in here. I'll do it on that side. And then let's add something. Let's just put a little picture of my grandma on there. How about that? I think this needs something. Needs something. Let's put, what should we put? How about one of these numbers? Yeah, so see, this one is more stable. Also, it's better when you're adding things like this if you attach it to a thicker piece of paper, like not something that's really thin and flimsy like onion skin paper or something, because it just doesn't have the strength to hold the other item that you're going to tuck in under the tuck spot, you know? Just saying. Sometimes I like to add something on the inside of these little pages that kind of flip out, you know. I like to add something in there just, you know, for a surprise. This needs a sticker. Yeah, let's add one of these little weird things. How about this one? So I thought it would be kind of cool to do, maybe add a, maybe add a pocket onto that, on the back of this, or on the front of it. Let's do it on the front. Add a little extra glue. And then let's dig deeper in here. See what else we can find that's in here. It's a little envelope. How about just some green stamps? Just add a little. I found this little envelope in there. I think maybe I'll make up a whole bunch of little tiny envelopes to add into these journals too. just to tuck them in here and there, you know. I've got to get these finished by Thursday. So I gotta quit adding stuff. Okay. Something, let's have a little, something tiny. Oh, how about this little girl? This is cute. See, it's just a little girl holding a flower. All right, so I guess you guys get the idea of, you know, what I'm doing here. I like watching people do this kind of stuff, so I don't know. So see, that would be a good spot to maybe just paper clip a little envelope or something, or some other piece of ephemera. So my plan is to come back, obviously, and add tags and things like that into these journals. I don't think I'm going to be doing any kind of like fancy tags or anything like that. I think I'm just going to do like, you know, pieces of ephemera, like cards and that kind of stuff. So I have these, they're actually labels from some yarn that I bought, and they're made out of, they're craft paper, and I'll show them to you here in just a second. But I thought they would be kind of cool, just, you know, because they're nice thick craft paper to use to make some tags, just some small tags, but to collage on those. Let's see. So see these, they're nice heavy craft paper. I guess they have writing on both sides. I didn't realize that. But anyway, it's a shame to just throw it away, right? Okay. Need something to zhuzh this one up. But just, I actually, I think I bought this digital, I don't remember, of a bunch of milk caps. So I printed them out on photo paper. No, it's not. Look. I guess I scanned them. Anyway, busted. I printed them out on photo paper, and I just love how bright they came out. Like, they look like exactly, actually maybe a little bit better than the original. I actually have a whole bunch of these, so, but so that one might be a little more worn. No, it's not. It's exactly the same one. Oh, that's so funny. Because see, it's got that little stain right there, and you can see it on here. Anyway, it just, that kind of stuff I think is nice to print onto photo paper with the, I have a EcoTank printer. It just, I don't know, it just looks crisper, brighter, more vivid, you know. I think this needs, so I try not to have too many pockets in my journals. just, you know, because, you know, you need writing space too, not just pockets. But yeah, so I try to space them out. So I'll always like go back and look like where was the last pocket page or the last pocket that I put in the journal. And so this one is only, I feel like I want to add a pocket here, but there was just a pocket 3 pages ago. So I probably won't do a pocket there, but I could always do, you know, just some kind of little, little floral tuck spot or something like that, right? This is, this paper is cardstock, so it's nice and sturdy. And I'm trying to not add something onto every page where I see an opportunity, like on here, because I think, because like I said, I want to come back and do some stamping and some stenciling and stuff too. So I'm trying to make sure I leave opportunities for that. This needs a sticker though. Definitely needs a sticker. There we go. Okay, I feel better about it now. This needs something. Let's put another little photo here. I didn't fold this one down because this is pretty thick paper. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to staple it shut. Okay, so now we're on the back. And as you probably guessed, I'm going to add a label there. So I'll get the rest of these done. You know, adding in the little bits and bobs, and then maybe I'll come back and I'll do another video when I'm going to do the stamping and stenciling. If I do it, I don't know. I might run out of steam, but at this point, that's my plan, is to do some of that kind of stuff in these also. And maybe some washi tape. It's just, I've got so much stuff on my desk right now. I can't have all my stamps out and all, you know, the stencils and the ink pads and all of that at the same time. So I sort of have to work, you know, methodically that way. So, so that might be a project for tomorrow. I think I might actually make some more of these little corner things to add into these journals also. And then they've got to get some kind of closure, and they still need charms and that kind of stuff. So, and then I'm also thinking I'm going to add some buttons onto the spines. So, you know, I might still be able to squeeze 2 more videos in this coming week. So we'll see. If not, my goal is to have all of these journals finished by Wednesday. Yeah, so I can get them all listed. Okay. All right, guys. If anybody has any questions, you know the drill. You can email me, or you can leave a comment, and I'll try to, you know, answer it. if you have a question in the comments. And thank you for your comments, by the way, you guys. I appreciate it. I always at least acknowledge them. I do read them. I read comments every morning when I'm having my coffee and that kind of thing. Yeah, so anyway, that's it. Okay, I'll put links in the descriptions to anything that I feel, you might be interested in, like those sticker books. And yeah, if you ever want me to tell you where I got something or anything like that, just ask. I'm happy to share. I'm not hoarding any sources, so to speak, right? It's mostly thrift stores and stuff anyways, and Amazon. But anyway, okay guys, blah blah blah. I love you, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, bye for now.